Well, it's Friday, but I'm warning you. I have this really annoying fax that I'm sure is useless to me because every fax that ever comes to the church is useless. So if the phone rings, I'm just going to go right through it. But if I hang up on the side, I'm hanging up on a fax, not one of you. We can tell the ringtone difference between a fax and a phone call, just so you know. Genesis 27, another classic story from Genesis. Uh, Jacob steals the blessing. Esau technically has already traded away the blessing and made an oath to that effect over a bowl of stew, but obviously he didn't think that that really was binding. I mean, who would? You want to sell me you want me to sell you my inheritance for a bowl of stew? That's not right. I'm just taking the bowl of stew. Anyways, Rebecca, Isaac's wife, favors Jacob. Isaac favored Esau. She heard what was happening, that Isaac was going to give this blessing, basically, which is anointing, appointing Esau to be the one who would inherit, the one who would take the mantle of being the next patriarch of the family. And Rebecca hears this and she tells Jacob what to do to steal or win the blessing. They concoct a plan, it works. Esau returns to find that he's missed out, he's upset. Jacob flees for his life with his mother covering for him by stating, I'm sending him, I want him to go back to my family because I don't like the women of this place. Just like what Abraham had done for Isaac. There's so many dysfunctional family dynamics here, which again can surprise, especially new readers of the Bible. Shouldn't people representing God be moral, virtuous, upstanding people who are good examples in everything? That'd be nice. It's what we often want. It's what we often try to present ourselves to be, at least some of us as Christians. But that's not the picture of humanity in reality, nor is it the narrative of the Bible. Remember, we're halfway through Genesis now, and we're still looking for the one who's going to undo the curse, be the blessing to all nations. Noah wasn't it, Abraham wasn't it, Isaac wasn't it, and it's not looking good for Jacob nor Esau. The blessing of God is continuing through a lineage of non-perfect people. And now it's going to continue through Jacob, the one named deceiver, because that's what he is. That's how he acts, how he identifies himself. So what is set up here, though, is a foundation for the ongoing conflict between the descendants of Jacob and Esau, the 12 tribes of Israel. We'll see where the name Israel comes in a little while, and Edom, which is the nation that comes from the descendants of Esau. But I want to focus in on a dynamic of Jacob and Rebekah's actions. Essentially, what they did is they acted by the ethos, which was the end justifies the means. Now, they had the end, the goal, to get the blessing. There's already the prophecy or the statement from birth that Jacob was going to get this. And so Jacob's supposed to get it. That's the end. That's the goal. But here's this obstacle. Esau's going for it. But the good end, the right end, is Jacob should get this blessing, partly because of probably the prophecy, partly because Rebekah favored Jacob. Regardless, the end, the goal, justified their means, deceiving Isaac and mistreating Esau. Again, they failed to trust that if God said this is what's going to happen, that they did not have to act in unethical ways to do it. The amazing part to me is God still gave it to Jacob despite himself. Regardless, the end does not justify the means. The way that they did it caused, there's the facts, the way Rebekah and Jacob did it caused enmity, anger, hostility to be the experience, not just between Jacob and Esau, but by their descendants. How history might be different if they would have just trusted God And instead of the end justifying their means, like with Abraham and Sarah regarding Hagar, to trust God at his word. So our thought for today, and again, I've used this one earlier. It's a pattern though in us as human beings. Is there a place you're allowing the end, the good things you want, the good things maybe God has promised you, but you're looking to go about them by means that are not honoring to God? Caution, you still might get the end, but the cost may well not be worth it. As you consider that, may the Lord bless you and keep you today. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. And today, would you know his peace? God bless.